Alright, so today we're going to check the operation of the AC system. We're going to start off with checking the temperature in our vents. So we've got our DVOM hooked up here, and we've got the car started. It's been running for a little bit, not a long time, but we got it running. So get this in here, and we see the temperature's dropping and blowing out at 44, 43, so still going down. So we're in low 40s, still going down. At the current temperature right now, we check the temperature, it's 68 degrees. We should be blowing at least 46, 47. So we're definitely doing good there, blowing 38. So we've got good temperature in our vents. What we'll do next is we'll go ahead and check the operation of, get this out of here. We'll check the operation of our blend doors, make sure that all our controls are working, to make sure that it's switching over from the vents to the defrost and from the hot air to the cold air the way it should. And then we'll turn the AC off and turn it on, and we'll watch our tachometer to check for RPM drop. So first thing we'll do, we've got good controls on the blower motor. We can turn it up, we can turn it down. It works on all levels. We can go ahead and turn that up, and we'll turn it over to heat, and it takes just a few seconds, and we've got heat coming out now. As you can see, set this down, go ahead and look at the temperature there, and we can see that the temperature is going up. And when we switch it back over to AC, we can see that the temperature immediately begins to drop. So our blend door is working, it's going back and forth from the hot to the cold. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and turn off the AC. And what we'll do is take a look over here, and we'll watch the RPMs as we turn it on. We might not be able to see it. It's not going to be, it's a newer vehicle. It's not going to be, it may not be that big of a drop. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. And yeah, you can't really see it on the tach, but you can feel the RPM change in the vehicle. So another way that we can check that is to hook up a scan tool that'll monitor current data, and we can watch the RPMs that way. So what we'll do next is we're going to go outside the vehicle, and we're going to listen for the clutch to engage when we turn the AC on. All right, so as you can see on the AC compressor, if you look, the front of the AC compressor isn't moving. That's because the AC is not on, so the clutch isn't engaged. What we want to do here is I'm going to turn on the AC, and we're just going to watch and make sure that the front of the clutch engages, and we'll listen for the click. Alright, so now you can see where the front of the AC pulley is turning. That means the clutch is engaged, and depending on the sound of the engine, you may or may not have heard the click, but we do see that it is engaged. Alright, so what we'll do now is do a visual inspection under the hood of our hoses and everything. We verified our vent temperature, we verified that our blend door is working, going from hot to cold, and that our clutch is engaging. So what we'll do, we'll take a look at our hoses that we have here. We'll check to make sure that we don't have any condensation or any of the hoses freezing over. We'll just follow the hoses as much as we can. We've got our low side hose here going under the air box. We've got our high side hose going around, our high pressure hose. We're going back here, and we'll check those. We'll make sure we're not getting any freezing here. Make sure it's not really frosted over or anything building up on it. We'll do what we can to look at the connector that's here on the front of the compressor, make sure that it's not dangling and disconnected. We'll also double check, we'll take a look at our belt, make sure our belt's routed the right way, it's not flopping around, we don't hear any squealing from it slipping or anything like that. During our inspection, while we're looking at our lines, we also want to take a look at where the flexible rubber line connects with the metal lines, you want to make sure that there's also, as well as no condensation, you want to make sure you're not having any oil leaking out of those lines. During the inspection of the hoses, like I said, you want to touch them. Make sure that your low pressure hose has got a cooler temperature feel to it, and your high pressure hose is a little bit warm. And we also want to look, and on this particular vehicle, we've only got one fan. Some vehicles will have two separate fans, one for the engine coolant and one for the AC. And as you can see, the fan just clicked on, so we've got good operation on our fan as well. Next thing that we're going to check, we're going to hook up our manifold gauges, and we're going to check the pressure of the AC system itself. All right, so we've got our gauge hooked up. The red side is going to go to the high side of the AC system. The blue side is going to go to the blue line is going to go to the low side. Right now, the vehicle's running for testing purposes. We've been using the same vehicle for multiple videos, so our gauges right now aren't exactly where they should be. Right now, we're looking at an ambient temperature of about 77, and our gauges should, with the vehicle off, the gauges should be as close to the ambient temperature as they can. Like I said, we've been running, so we're a bit off. The low side's a bit low, and the high side is a bit high. That's just because we've been running this vehicle, starting it up and turning it back off for multiple students. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and start the car up, and we've got the AC on max, and we should see our gauges level out. There we go. And we'll give it a few seconds for the gauges to go to about where they should be. Alright, and here we see we've got the low side is just below 40 psi, and we've got the high side around 145 psi, 135 psi. What we'll do is reference the chart as far as the ambient temperature, current humidity, and we'll take a look at, we'll reference that to what we have as our readings on our gauges, and it should fall right within specs. We have a good working vehicle, so they should be within specs and the pressures that they should have. So from there, you can tell whether you've got low pregnant or too much, depending on your pressures, and you can diagnose from there. Like I said, it's on this vehicle. We've got a pretty good working vehicle, so our pressures are going to show right inside specs where they should.